All right, today we're going to dive into a rule for business that is so simple, it's actually kind of easy to just brush past it, but don't. This is Professor Mucci's two-part test for finding an idea that has a real fighting chance. It's all about cutting through the noise to find out what really truly works.
I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Every single person with an idea, every small business owner, they're all looking for this answer. What is the real difference between a cool idea that just fizzles out and a business that actually sticks around for the long haul?
And here it is. This is Professor Mucci's answer, and it is beautifully simple. For just a minute, forget all the buzzwords like disruption or synergy. This rule gets right to the heart of what makes a business tick. So let's break it down, starting with that first part.
Okay, part 1, the can't live without test. Now this sounds pretty straightforward, right? But what it means today in our modern world is maybe a little more nuanced than you think.
Yeah, so we're not just talking about food and water here. A modern essential is anything that takes care of a real persistent pain point. You know, think about your morning coffee. That software you absolutely need for work. Or even the app that gets your groceries delivered. They solve a problem and they just weave themselves right into your daily routine.
And this is where it gives crystal clear. A true need saves you time, it cuts down on your stress, or just becomes a habit you don't even think about anymore. A want, on the other hand, is usually just a luxury or a fun little novelty. The business ideas that last, they live on the need side of this chart, for sure. But, you know, having something people need is only half the battle. It's not enough. So let's get to the second part of the rule, the affordability factor. Honestly, this is where a great idea starts to look like a great business. Okay, this is so important to get. A price tag isn't just about what you make in profit. Think of it more like a gatekeeper. Every single dollar you add to the price, you are actively deciding how many people can even think about buying your product. You are literally defining the size of your own market. And you can see what this means in the real world, right? A super high luxury price might work for a small, very specific group. But as that price comes down, the number of potential customers, it doesn't just grow a little bit, it often explodes. You're opening the door to a massive new world of customers.
So, we've got these two big ideas. A product people can't live without, and a price they can actually afford. Now, let's put them together and find what this rule is really all about, finding that perfect sweet spot. See? This turns the rule into a super simple checklist. First, does your idea solve a real problem that keeps coming up? Yes? Great. Now for step 2, can you figure out how to make it and sell it at a price that most people can afford? If you can honestly check both of those boxes, you might really be on to something. So think of it like building a car. First you need the engine. That's the high demand. It's driven by something people genuinely feel they need. This is what creates that initial pull, the whole reason for your business to even exist. And then, what do? You add the fuel to that engine. That's wide access. It's created by a price point that doesn't shut people out, but instead invites almost everyone in. And when you put those two together, wow, that combination is just electric. High demand plus wide access puts you right in that sweet spot for long-term success. This isn't about chasing some fleeting trend. This is about building a foundation on solid rock. And that's why this rule is so powerful. It forces you to focus on the only two things that really matter in the end: genuine value for your customer and the size of your market. It's a recipe for a business that can grow because people actually want and can get what you're selling, not just because of hype. Okay, so understanding the rule is one thing, but the real magic happens when you start applying it. How can you actually put this to work?
Well, think of it like a new pair of glasses or a filter. Anytime you come across a business idea, whether it's your own or someone else's, just run it through this simple two-part test. First, do a lot of people really need this? Second, can a lot of people really afford this? The answers to those two questions will tell you pretty much everything you need to know about its potential.
So I'll leave you with this. Just look around you right now. Look at your desk or in your kitchen. I bet the most successful, most durable products you own pass Mucci's test with flying colors. Once you start seeing the world through this lens, you'll start to see real business potential absolutely everywhere.